Today's Friday, June 28th. I'm just about done with the whole top part of the puzzle. I'm probably going to have to go down and work on the fish part pretty soon. But I'm still going to try and do some other things first. I'm still a little intimidated by going down into the water. Don't go into the water. Stay out of the water. Ah! That's all I can do. I don't want a copyright strike. Anyway, let's see what I can get done today while still avoiding working on fish. Almost 3.5 hours later, and I got in 177 pieces, which brings me to 3,027 pieces total. That means I am officially halfway through this section and still looking at July 14th. It's Saturday, June 29th, and it's time to go get in the water. Yep, I'm gonna be working all on this. I think today though, I'm gonna just kind of stay up in this area here. You know, maybe look for a dolphin. So anyway, that's what I'm planning on doing today. Yeah, we'll see how far I can get on that. Okay, here we go. And a dolphin appears. At least the back half of him, which was all it has in the picture anyway. Filled in some of the water around the tiger. And that's pretty much all I did for 3 hours of work. So the total time now, 176 hours, 26 minutes. And I'm still on track. After that was 168 pieces, July 14th is still the target. It's Sunday, June 30th. It's the end of June and the beginning of a major heat wave. They say it's supposed to get up to 108 on Wednesday. I think that's 43 for you in other parts of the world. And that also means that on Thursday, when everybody's outside barbecuing for the 4th of July, things are going to get pretty hot. Let's hope everyone stays safe. It also means I'm not going outside to do any weed whacking this week. I'm almost done, just waiting for a few poppies to finish seeding, then I can go out and knock them down as soon as it cools off a little bit. Maybe I can spend time on the office cleaning project, since I'll be staying inside with the cooler cranked up all week. Right now, I've got about 3 hours to work on the puzzle while one of my videos is uploading, and 3 hours is about the same amount of time that Pandora gives me when I cast to the television so that I can listen to some tunes while I'm working on the puzzle. I'm gonna stick up here with the water area, work on the other side of the table this time, and we'll see what I can get done. So let's get started. Well, that was about 2.5 hours worth. And I'm a little concerned, I thought I'd picked out pretty much all of the pieces that had any kind of brown coloring in them. And there's even a piece of the tiger's tail I haven't found yet. But I don't see them. Well, I guess they're just disguised as something else. You know how that works. Anyway, so 2.5 hours and 179 is the total hours so far. That's 56 hours plus one. Don't forget there was that one that I forgot to turn this timer on. So still on target for July 14th, even though that was only 155 pieces that I got in. So that's below the average I need to stay at to make it to July 14th. Well, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Today is Monday, July 1st. And the heat wave that was promised or threatened, depending on how you look at it, really hasn't shown up yet. It's 97 degrees, and that's actually pretty typical for this area at this time of year. So not getting over 100 yet, and we had 100-degree temps a couple of weeks ago, so yeah, I'm not seeing a heat wave yet. But that's okay. Yesterday's puzzling felt a little bit like a squirrel swimming around in a water trough, desperately trying to find a way out. I mean, it was like try every single piece to find the one that fits. So yeah, I didn't get too much done. Went way under the average. I'm still on target for July 14th, but I got to bring the average back up again in order to make that goal. So let's get right to today. I'm going to be working on the same thing today and hopefully get a bit farther. I might even get back to the other side of the table. Anyway, let's get started. I've almost finished that part of the water. Just a little bit left up there. That's a really tricky spot. That was another 3 hours. And it was 185 pieces, which is right on the average. So I'm still good for July 14th. It's Tuesday, July 2nd, and the heat wave is finally here. I've got a couple of hot weather puzzling tips for you today. The first one, so important, stay hydrated. Just make sure you've got nothing behind you that will get hurt. Make sure the puzzle's not back there. Tip number 2, use fans to help keep you cool. And of course, having a cooler in the house works well too. But my cooler's just a swamp cooler, and try as hard as it wants, cranked up to the max. The coolest the inside of my house can get is about 78 or 79 degrees. And right now it's a lot hotter than that because I've had it off while I'm making the video. So I'm gonna get right to work on the puzzle so I can get my cooler turned back on and get my fans on and be cool. Well, I definitely got a little bit more done at the water's edge there. That was about 2 hours. My piece count was 140, which of course drops my average and drops me 1 day to July 15th. But an absolute disaster just happened. I went to move my iPad onto the table to take the video, and I accidentally hit the reset button, and now it says 0. Well, at least I knew before this happened that the total time was 184 hours. I didn't catch the minutes, but I'm not trying to be that exact. What a disaster. It was a total accident. My thumb just hit the reset button. Oh well. Start over again tomorrow. Today is Thursday, July the 4th. Happy Independence Day, all my fellow Americans. It's 105 degrees outside today. That's 40 degrees for all my friends out there in the other parts of the world. That's not the hottest it's ever been here though. It once got up to 113 degrees. That's 45 degrees Celsius. But as you can see, I'm staying cool. And later on, I'm throwing these on the grill, but not outside. It's too hot outside. I have an indoor grill I can use. I just hope the power company doesn't decide to make me independent of their services all of a sudden. And that does happen a lot up here, especially on hot days when the grid is really being pushed hard. However, I hope to get some puzzling done before I have my burgers. I just wish I could do it out here where it's cool. The table won't fit through the door. I'd have to lay it on its side, and that probably wouldn't work out too well. So I'm gonna go back inside, throw some fans on me, and get to puzzling. One piece of good news, my photographic memory kicked in, and I remembered that the minutes when I was done was 184 and 26 minutes. And so that would mean the time for just this section would be 61 hours and 18 minutes. And then I get to add 1 because of that 1 hour that I lost. So the total so far is 185 hours, 26 minutes. And the total for this section is 62 hours and 18 minutes. So I'll start it up again and we'll just do math from now on. Oh, I'm not that good at math. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Like all these stinking little fish and whether some have wings. Yep, it's time. I'm working on the fish now. Here we go. Not a bad start at all. I got a few things put together here. And let's look at the numbers. 155 pieces. July 16th is the new target date. And time-wise, that was 2 hours, 26 minutes. And we'll add a little math to the previous number. We are at a total of 187 hours, 52 minutes. And let's see, about, 64 hours or so on this section. All right, not bad. It's Friday, July 5th. And hey, I thought that went pretty good yesterday. In fact, I'm actually looking forward to working down there at the bottom again. So what do you say? Let's dive in. Okay, this was pretty interesting. I had this whole section of edge pieces over here, and this whole section was over here. That's how close they matched up, and it wasn't until I tried to fit this little fish in that I figured out what the issue was. So I got that much done. That was 145 pieces. I'm still on track for July 16th. And that says 5 hours, 14. So our total now for the whole puzzle is 190 hours, 40 minutes. And for this section, 67 hours, 32 minutes. It's Saturday, July 6th, and this heat wave is brutal. It's currently 110 degrees outside, and inside the best my cooler's been able to do so far is 82 degrees. And I've had it off for just a couple of minutes so I could make this video, and I am dripping sweat already. I think it's already 86 degrees in here after the cooler being off for only about 5 minutes. So I gotta get that cooler turned back on. I'm gonna get right to the puzzle. hot day, another 156 pieces, and I'm now up to 8 hours on this timer. So my total now for the whole puzzle, 193 hours, 44 minutes. And for this section, 70 hours, 36 minutes. And let's hope I don't melt before I'm done. Well, I think it's time to ride off into the blazing hot sunset on this video. Hopefully, I'll survive to make another one. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. Leave a comment. I like comments. Share this one. Make sure you hit the like. That spreads this video out to more people. So remember that it might be hot where you live, or it might be cold where you live. But the one thing that you always need to have is some warmth in your heart and to enjoy your life.